Well, look what I pulled out to play with today. Hey y'all, APG Jamie here, and we're gonna be doing some cracking it. I don't necessarily mean laughing, but that could happen too, because I don't never know what I'm gonna say. So we're using some gelatos. Now these gelatos, I will tell you, are very old. How old are they? They're not from the 1900s, but they're pretty old. When we went to Santa Fe many years ago, excuse me, this video is brought to us on behalf of Art Joy of Sharing, okay? Hashtag AJOS Mediums, because this month's theme is mediums. You know, paper's a medium. Gelatos are a medium. But what I was going to tell you about my gelatos, okay, was back when we went in Santa Fe, and this was many years ago. You have to go to all the craft stores wherever you go on vacation. It's the law, okay? So I went to the only craft store I found there, which was, no, they had a couple. Anyway, went to the Joann's that they had there. Which one? I don't know. I don't know how many they got. Went there and they had gelatos on clearance for 75 cents. I crap you not. 75 cents for a package of 4. It had 4 different colors of gelatos in them. I bought all they had. Then, a couple days later, I called them up and asked them if they had any more out. The girl says yes, so I went back and got the rest of them. Hey, you snooze, you lose. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, it's not as, y'all, that box that you saw, that's the ones I got, okay? They were 4 for 75 cents. How could you not get them? Anyway, y'all know I'm not a real, I don't necessarily care to use movable mediums, okay? As in, when they get re-wet, they move some more. Oh, let me tell you about this one. So we had this page, and I'm trying to do the, inexpensive crackle technique with the Elmer's glue. This is a fail, sorta, but not. I was confused. It happens sometimes, okay? I put down my paint and then I put my Elmer's glue all on top of it. That's backwards. That's upside down. Hickin', y'all. It will not crackle like that. But I got a cool effect. I got where the glue kind of like started to do this puddly thing. Really weird. Who knew? And I let it dry. I think it dried overnight. Because, I mean, it's just paper. It's not, So you can't really see the texture, puddly, drippy looking things. So I thought, well, we'll just put some, craft paint, which is a medium, over the top of it, okay? And I do this with a couple different colors, and then you'll be able to see it, and it's like, oh, that's actually kind of cool for a mess up. Anyway, what I did with the gelatos, because we're going to do it again, only we're going to get crackles this next time, because we're going to do it in the right order, because sometimes the order makes a difference. Silly rulers. Anyway, I put the gelatos down. You saw me rubbing it, because they'll blend out with your finger, or you can use a baby wipe, or you can use a damp brush, okay? You can do that. You can mix your colors, whatever, all right? Then, to make sure, I wanted everything to stay exactly like it was. Now, allegedly, after they dry, really dry, not just hickin' dry, y'all, they'll be more permanent. Anyway, I went over them with fluid matte medium, okay, because, I like my stuff to stay where I put it, and just, I'm weird that way, usually. Wait, you're going to see. You're going to get, oh, look. Can you see it? Wait till you see the photo montage. That's really cool. Anyway, I've only done this the one time, this part, because, you know, I did it backwards. And anyway, would it work again? I don't know. I don't know, but it made a cool textury effect on the cardstock. With cardstock, I said paper, but whatever, same difference. Anyway, so between my layers of gelato, because you don't want to mix warm and cool colors, because they make typically an unattractive gray, weird brown. Sometimes, you know, sometimes I like mud, you know, like a mud bath, that'd be nice. But anyway, not muddy, but, you know, the fancy kind, like at a spa. Anyway, so I'm smearing these around because these are warm colors. See, you know, because it's like hot fire. You got yellows and oranges and reds. It's hot, okay? It's hot, okay? Warm colors. I don't want to mix my warm and my cool, so I'm putting on fluid matte medium. Oh, and this video has been way sped up because when we get to the drying time, the a la natural drying time, it dried 20 minutes on camera. Yeah. As you may have noticed, the video is not 20 minutes long. So I sped it up and I did cut out just a portion of it because, you know, I'm like, this is just too much for me even. So when you're drying, y'all, you want to dry from the back of your page too. And likewise, if you're actually drying on a unless it's canvas board, because you can't dry from the back of that. You want to dry from the front and the back, okay? Just saying. Now, we're going with cool colors. Cool colors are those colors that you see in the shade. And I know I get confused about the grass because, you know, you get grass in the summertime when it's hot, but really grass is cool because it's usually cool when you touch it and you walk on it barefooted. If you don't have dogs, anyway. You sit on it in the shade, again, if you don't have dogs. So now we're smearing around some cool colors. We've got a green and a blue. Is it just green and blue? I really wasn't even paying attention. We might have just used green and blue. I don't know. So we're doing that, and then I tried to smear it out, and that blue is some strong blue. Look at it, just smooshing and smearing all over the place. So I got this baby wipe. Now I'm trying to, you know, which I was using the baby wipe to wipe my fingers off. Y'all saw that. I don't have to explain everything. You can see it. Aren't you watching? Are you watching? Okay. So now I'm trying to smear away some of the blue, and I'm like, well, you know, I kind of like it around the edge like that. So I know, all of this just to get a cracked up. Oh, wait till you see. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, Miss Heat Gun, y'all. So I put on the matte medium. I didn't show you that part because you've already seen it like a dozen times. Now I'm using purple. One was a lavender, even though it's kind of smeared out kind of pink. And this is a dark purple. We're smooshing it all out. Okay, and yes, I'm keeping all my lines going in the same direction. You can do yours whatever way you want to. You can do circles if you're going to even do this. Okay, I did this because I got a piece of Happy Meal. All right, and I got this thing in there, and I thought, this is beautiful. I need to copy this. Well, there's no way to copy it because, you know, I don't know what colors they used or what they used. They might have used an actual store-bought medium crackle supply. I don't know. I'm using Elmer's glue all, not school glue, not washable glue, glue all. And I have it in this old Aleene's bottle because I buy Elmer's glue all-purpose glue from the home improvement store where it's cheaper, believe it or not, by the gallon. Okay? Get a gallon of it. Well, it's hard to use a gallon jug, so I put it in this other bottle. So now I'm putting the glue, because this is the order you want if you want crackles. You have your surface, with your color on it. Then you put glue, your Elmer's glue wall, and you want well, as you can see, it's kind of cloudy, so it's not super thin, all right? But it's not goopy thick either. And here's my paint. It's just acrylic paint. It's an antique white with a little extra white thrown in there because I didn't want it quite so yellow. Okay? And now I'm just putting on a kind of a thinnish coat, and I'm not overly brushing it. Okay? Can you see that I'm not overly brushing it? Excuse me, I'm just lightly brushing on, you know, a little bit of back and forth, but not much, okay? Now, if you're using a store-bought crackle medium, read and follow those directions, okay? Because this is not them. So I've rinsed my brush out. You know, I have another brush. I could have used another brush, but no, and won't to. So now I'm doing the other half of the page with the Elmer's all-purpose glue all. And I'm trying to use about the same thickness of glue. All right, now my computer's going to want to be plugged up. Hang on, I can't talk and try to plug at the same time, evidently. Okay, so I'm trying to keep things clean around there on account of, you know, I don't want my paper stuck to my desktop there, even though it's one of those craft mat things. Anyway, rinsed my brush, trying it out. A little weird spot, so I wiped it off my finger. Now we're going back into the paint. And again, we're going with a thinnish, not overly thick. All right? And I'm kind of trying to meet my edge. Is it successful? I don't think it's bad. Of course, you could use, if you used a smaller, you know, a smaller surface, then you wouldn't have to do, well, I probably didn't have to do half and then the other half, but that's what I chose to do. Anyway, something there, so I brushed it out. Okay, now, all right, so we're going to have a drying segment. Okay, like I said, in real time, it dried over 20 minutes. Okay, I went out and did some stuff out in the yard and had lunch, or who knows what I did, I don't know. But I let the camera running because sometimes it's cool to see crackle happen. As you can see, it's already started, and it hadn't even been, I don't know, 5 minutes maybe. So the camera's just going, and I'm fiddling around, cleaning up stuff, or I don't know what I'm doing. And yes, you are literally watching paint dry. Okay? Because what happens, it's scientifical. The glue takes longer to dry because it's a thicker viscosity. That's how thick it is. You know, it's thicker than the paint. And see that magic? I mean, it's just like, wow, I haven't even cut anything out yet. Okay, we'll get there. I don't know. You probably won't even necessarily notice. All right? So anyway, the paint dries faster than the glue. Or does the, anyway. So that's what makes the cracks. That was no scientific explanation whatsoever. I'm not a scientist. I just do experiments and pretend I am sometimes because, you know, I think this is where I cut some out. Could you tell? Yeah, probably. I'm sure you could. Anyway, this is natural. Okay, this is not heat gunning. Most of the store-bought crackle mediums tell you do not use a heat gun, and if they tell you don't, then really don't. This is my favorite way because I have used, and I probably do have some store-bought crackle stuff mediums, but this is really my favoriteest way. Okay. Anyways. Y'all. More drying. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. 20 minutes. The video is not 20 minutes. But anyway, it will not dry all the way, so don't get anxious, okay, if you're going to do something with your paper. Let it dry overnight, just to be sure it's all dry, okay, and still. All right, and we're going, and we're drying. And am I about to cut some more out? I think I do cut some more out, because, could be time for a musical interlude. It's a musical interlude for you, for me, for we. Musical interlude. I know, it's just like, really, APG? More? It really. So pretty. And y'all, I'm so proud of myself. I actually took this in the house and scanned it. How crazy is that? And it printed out okay too, because I printed it out. I'm like, well, how's this going to print out? And I'm like, well, let's just print it and see. It's not quite as good, but it's pretty close. It's good enough. Makes me happy enough. Photo montage. I appreciate each and every one of you, your kind comments, your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. Don't forget to check out the hashtag AJOS Mediums, okay, for other videos during the month. Yeah, I think we'll wrap that up. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.